Stephen Kirkpatrick is a wildlife photographer and he likes it. My office is a swamp, a coral reef, a mountain top, and a jungle, he says. Stephen's passion for photography began 25 years ago on the day Stephen became a Christian. That was the day he felt God saying to him, I want you to go out there into that place you love more than anything else, the nature. And I want you to take pictures of everything you see out there. I want you to show those pictures to anybody that will look at them and tell them I made all of that. So Stephen took that command to heart. Since that day, he has made nature photography a way of life. And to be specific, if capturing award-winning nature scenes was anybody's goal, there's one place anybody wouldn't miss: the Amazon. It's green and it's wet and nothing's going anywhere. It's also over 1 billion acres of tropical rainforest, much of it trackless jungle. Its beauty is legendary, says Stephen, but he knows capturing the beauty isn't easy as well. I had been to the Amazon in 1993, he says. In 1994, the trip got cancelled. In 1995, they called me and set up this trip, so I was eagerly waiting and I was ready. We took off on this journey and it was set up as a photography trip into an unexplored area, he says. But in the jungle, things rarely go as planned. This time, Stephen was in for much more than he bargained for. We went 60 miles upriver on a boat, he recalls. We were handed a map drawn on a napkin and we got 3 young guys who carry the gear. On the second day, they dropped it in the middle of the trail and went home. Anything that could have gone wrong did, but before the first day was over, the team was not sure they would ever make it back. The physical part was hard. There was a lot of stuff that was poisonous, a lot that could hurt you. A blister could turn into a life-threatening disease. And they didn't eat for 12 days. They lost 36 pounds, especially Stephen. They drank water out of the swamps because there was no other place to get water. But it wasn't so much the physical misery of the trip that got to Stephen. He found his biggest challenge was mental and spiritual. You just want to run, he says. All he wanted to do was to run away from that place because everything that he was going through was the mental trauma. In particular, he was worried about his 3 kids starving to death and that he couldn't pay his credit card bills or anything else. He was there to take award-winning pictures and he was told that he can never take pictures there. And that was a thing that was bothering him. But things kept getting worse. The team was riding in a canoe when they collided with a motorboat moving at high speed. Stephen was badly injured, his equipment lost, and he found himself alone, clinging to a log in the river, wondering if he would ever see his team or his family ever again. It was the lowest point but yet the highest point, because when he was climbing up on that log, he realized that trip was not about National Geographic covers. That trip was about faith and it was about trusting God regardless of the circumstances. It was just a revelation and after that it was easy, he says. Soon after, Stephen was rescued by his companions. A few days later, they received civilization. He arrived back in the States a few days before Thanksgiving and his first phone call was to his mother. The first thing I told her on the phone was, for Thanksgiving, I'm saying a blessing. Stephen had written to the jungle several more times and recently published a book of photos from the Amazon called Lost in the Amazon. Believe it or not, he's come to appreciate his near-death experience. Life is fragile, you don't know, he says. So even though I understood that, now I really understand it, says Stephen. Yes, my dear friends, even today, the lowest point in our lives could be the highest points of revelation. World-renowned preacher Billy Graham once said, mountain tops offer views and inspiration, but fruit is grown in the valleys. Your valley serves a purpose. That's where the fruit grows. There is no place to look but up. even if you can't see what God is doing. Know that just like fruit, He is growing you, He is maturing you, and He is strengthening you in that valley. So cheer up. God's with you today. Have a blessed day.